Let's make this awesome Saturn piece out of this resin casting and wood turning project. The first thing we need to do is cast this stuff, and what we did was we got just scraps, wood scraps and resin scraps, and went ahead and casted them up. And we did that on Saturday Morning Cartoons. That's a live show that we do every Saturday. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool people there, and we make stuff like this all the time. As a matter of fact, we auctioned off this stuff for Make-A-Wish, and the people that bought it wanted us to make planets out of this stuff. So that's exactly what we did, and let's get started. There's the casting. Now let's get to turning this stuff. I'm going to turn this part into the sphere. So the most important thing I'm thinking about right now is safety. I want to knock these things off and get it supported, and then go ahead and get it to where it's going to be safe in the chuck, and it's going to be good to put the sphere jig on there, and I'm not going to have anything flying off. And then we can get the sphere jig on there and get to cutting.
Hey Jake, I see you started making spheres since the last time I was on a video with you.
Hey, what's up, Johnny? I've done a lot of things since the last time you've been on a video with me. It's been a while, buddy.
It's been a while. You might need to reintroduce me.
Good idea. Everybody, this is JX6. I call him Johnny for short. He's my shop helper, robot AI guy. That does sound kind of weird now that I said it out loud, but we're going to roll with it anyway. He's my little shop helper. He does these videos with me sometimes, and he doesn't know it right now, but we're going to do Saturn with this project. And I kind of want him to change his voice to maybe some kind of Darth Vader, some kind of space voice. Can you do that, Johnny?
Let me see what I can do.
While Johnny's getting into character, I'm going to go ahead and finish this dovetail on this. And then I'm going to go ahead and be safe when I put it in the chuck, in the other jaws. Speaking of that, I'm going to put these other jaws. And wouldn't you know it, this helmet I'm wearing is a Microclimate 3. And just like when people are in space, they got to worry about breathing. And we need to worry about breathing in our shop. I have just become an affiliate of theirs, so in the description below, there'll be some affiliate links there. Go down, at least check them out, and use Jake 10 at checkout if you want 10% off. So I can breathe in my shop, you breathe in yours. Before we start using the sphere jig, we need to get our piece and go ahead and make it flat and kind of measure where the center is. Rough cut the sides because you don't want to do the rough cutting with the sphere jig, so go ahead and get that done now and save yourself a lot of trouble. This is a pretty fun thing to do. I'm glad I started making spheres. I don't want to do it all the time, but I'm glad I started. Now we're going to get the jig on there. This is exciting. You just need to put it up there, kind of get it centered up, follow all the directions, get it centered on your piece and lined up right, and then you're just going to go and take real nice smooth cuts. You're going to adjust your hands and the pressure and all that kind of stuff. You're going to see me moving around so I can see if I can get the right speed and pressure so that it makes a nice clean cut. After a while, you'll get the hang of it. I really wish these things had negative rate cutters on them, but they don't, so you need to work on your technique. Play around with it and you'll get a good cut out of it. I did on this one. Pretty happy with it.
How's this for a space voice, Jake?
Hey, that's pretty good, Johnny. First try. It's not quite Darth Vader, but what do I know? I don't even watch Star Trek.
Oh my galaxies, are you serious?
You bet your Milky Way, Johnny. Matter of fact, I'm not going to call you Johnny the rest of this video because you're in character. I'm going to call you 7 of 9. How about that?
I can't stop you, but I would like to ask the viewers what is their favorite, Star Wars or Star Trek?
That's a great idea, 7 of 9. I do look forward to the comments after these videos. I do read them all and answer them all, if they're within bounds. Goodness, 7 of 9. Look at that. Looks pretty cool.
Out of this world.
Good one, buddy. Now you're on board. Now we need to get this thing cut off of here. We don't want to cut it too short, too close to the sphere. We need to have enough room to make it round. It's more than you think.
Is that difficult to cut off? It looks like you're giving it all you got.
This EasyWood Tools parting tool cuts through this like butter, it does. As you can see here, there's no chip out on this thing. I learned how to use that tool correctly. Just add a little bit of downward force and move it over to the side at the right speed. Your lathe at the right speed. I think it's going to be different for whatever you have on the lathe. Now this spot right here is probably the scariest part because you've done such a good job so far, and now you're going to cut that thing, that little nubbin off of there. And at this point, I'm thinking, man, if I get one little catch, it's going to fly across the room. Luckily, that's not the case. Before I cut that nubbin off, I rounded off all the edges of anything that could catch. So that's just a little extra tidbit there. This thing, freehanding that last little part is fun, and you can do it, but just don't go too far. If you need to start sanding early, start sanding early, is what I've learned so far.
I bet it takes light years to get this sanded and polished.
Not really. Lots of people are intimidated by the sanding process. Matter of fact, I'm not going to go through it on this video, but my next video I'm going to have out will be over how to sand and polish a sphere. And I don't think you'll be on that one, 7 of 9, or Johnny.
I get it. I'm for entertainment, you are for tutorials. Or maybe you just need some space.
Something like that. Now this is the second thing that we cast on the show, and this is going to be the Saturn rings right here. There's a whole lot of material here, but the most important thing right now is it's in the cold jaws. That's what's holding it to the lathe, and that's not a very good solid hold on it, so you got to be careful. I have it supported right here, so I'm just going to flatten it off, and then I'm going to use a forcer bit and make a hole in there and dovetail it so that I can get it in the jaws of the chuck as soon as I can.
Nice respirator, Jake.
I know, right? It is pretty cool. But what we're doing right now is I'm going to drill this other side, and this side is going to be the one that's going to go around the sphere. I'm going to try my best to make it to where it fits exactly, although that kind of scares me because I don't want it to scratch the sphere or anything like that. So I do have a backup plan. So I'm going to go ahead and drill this, and then I'm going to use the calipers to measure it as I turn it to get that hole bigger and bigger. And then when I get close, I'm going to dovetail it and flip it around and put it in the jaws again. And then we're going to part it off from that. Once again, we're going to use this EasyWood Tools parting tool, and it chews through this stuff. It just chews through it.
Chewbacca.
Man, that could have been a good one, but your delivery was kind of lukewarm.
You mauled that one, Jake. Let's get back on track.
We're almost in the home stretch here. All we need to do is get this thing in good shape. I kind of decided I want the bottom of it to be flat and the top of it to be kind of domed a little bit. All you can look at is pictures on the internet and see what you're going to get. And then once you get your hands on your cutting tools, you're kind of going to get what you get. And as long as it looks good to your eye, go ahead and go with it. Now there is two sides of this, so I had to flip it around in the chuck. I wish I could have found a way to do both sides at one time, but for whatever, I didn't think that far ahead, so it was no big deal. Just flipped it around in the chuck and then got the other side the shape I wanted. And it was pretty nice because I could flip it around to sand also. So I went ahead and sanded one side and got it all the way done, and then sanded the other side and got it all the way done. My next video is going to be a video on how to sand a sphere. I already have a video on how to sand and polish something like this to a glass finish. I'll put it at the end of the video and in the description below, so we'll skip all that stuff. Now I had to get to the center of this thing to fit around the sphere, and I had it almost perfect, but it was too close to the top. It wasn't centered, and wouldn't you know it, as soon as I cut a little bit more, that thing was too big. So I had to resort to some 3D printing, and I'll show you how this thing goes together.
Thanks for having me on this space video. And I can't wait to see who likes Star Wars or Star Trek in the comments. Also, I hear hitting the like button is out of this world.
You just had to do one more space joke. I had a lot of fun doing this video. This was a cool project. Congratulations to Kimberly in the chat for having me do this. I'm going to link this video right over here to how to sand and polish resin to a glass finish. Come over and see us over there. Bye.